That's the number you got.
Oh, he's going, okay. Sorry. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Vish, and this is my wife, Emily. If you guys have been paying attention to our newsletter recently, I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos and tips on, especially here in the month of February being Valentine's Day, of how to stay healthy with your partner. So today, my wife and I, we're gonna be bringing you not one, but two extremely healthy meals that you can cook for a great Valentine's Day date in, or really any other time throughout the week. So yeah, can't wait to see what you guys think of this. Please give it a try and let us know how it goes. All right, starting here first, what we're gonna be making is wedding soup. What's more romantic than wedding soup? Honestly, I have no idea. That's why we're bringing it to you. Here, majority of the ingredients that are gonna be going into that wedding soup. We're gonna start here. A nice local farm here in Jacksonville, Pastured Life. They make organic pasture-raised beef, pork. It's really an amazing product at a really good price too, so strongly recommend that. There's gonna be 1 whole onion, 5 stalks of celery, 5 carrots also that I am lazy and previously already purchased and chopped up and froze, so those are thawing out right there, so you're not gonna see me chopping those. 1 whole egg, 2 cups of freshly ground, I guess what we call that? Parmesan cheese, or I'm sorry, no, Romano, Pecorino Romano. As you guys know, Celtic sea salt, let's go. Some olive oil, and I will go through all the ingredients individually here in a little bit. Some spices, garlic powder, pepper, all that fun stuff, and some chicken broth. Now let's get to it. All right, first we're gonna start with doing the onion chopped as well as 5 stalks of celery. We've already previously cut, my wife and I, 5 carrots up. We buy a huge bag from Whole Foods. It's much cheaper to buy an organic giant bag. That way in bulk, chop it and freeze it. So we've already done that. We pre-measured out because funnily enough, we make a lot of soups, and when we make soups, it's usually around 4 or 5 carrots, so that's what we have right there. First, we're gonna start with the medium white onions. We're gonna get this chopped up. Doesn't really matter how thin. The thinner you slice it, the more it's gonna dissolve in the soup. Let's get going. Now that our vegetables are all chopped, we're gonna put these away in the fridge, and now we're gonna start working on the meatballs. As promised, we're bringing you 2 recipes, but it's kind of a way to switch up if you're not in the mood for soup, maybe you're in the mood for meatloaf or veal meatloaf parm, and that's what we're gonna also make. But the recipes are very similar in the sense that the giant meatball that we're gonna be making for the meatloaf parm is the exact same meatballs you're gonna be putting into the wedding soup. So we got all of our ingredients here. We're gonna hop into it. Like I said, all this stuff's gonna be emailed to you guys so you have it. You can follow the recipe and make it at home. But we're gonna start right now. We're gonna get our meat here first in the bowls. We're gonna mix them all up nice and smooth, so there's a nice even texture, I guess, to them, as well as a consistency and color, because pork and beef are gonna be 2 different colors. Then we'll add in the rest of the ingredients. We'll mix it all together, and I'll show you guys the final product.
Go ahead.
All right, now we're gonna get our soup started, but before we do that, my special helper, she's up from her nap. Thank you, I'll take it. This is my daughter, Addison. She loves to help cook with us. She loves the majority of the foods we're making also. And yeah, so we're gonna get started here. First, we're gonna start with olive oil. We gotta put about 2 tablespoons, in the bottom of the Instant Pot. If you guys don't have an Instant Pot, you can do this over a stovetop. The cook time is just exponentially longer. I highly recommend the Instant Pot. It's really versatile, a lot of great healthy meals you can cook in it, and very easy to use. So yeah, so let's get started. We're gonna add in here the 2 tablespoons of olive oil. There's 1, and hang on, baby, there's 2. We're gonna flip this baby over to saute. Hang on. There we go. And we're gonna start to come up the temperature. While that's doing that, and take that one back, thanks here. Right here. We're gonna take all of our veggies that we previously chopped. We're gonna dump all of those right here into our Instant Pot and bring them up until we start getting those onions almost translucent. Oh no, Daddy missed one. Once those veggies are in there, you're gonna help Daddy stir. We're gonna give this a good stir, okay? We slide this on over here. We're gonna work right into here. Yep, keep stirring, baby girl, just like that. Get that olive oil, nice little coating in the bottom of the pan as well as all over the veggies. Yeah, hear that noise? It's gonna be sizzling here real soon. All right. Oh, very hot, very hot. Good. And we're gonna let that cut the temperature here. We're gonna let these saute for about 4 to 5 minutes. Yeah, we'll come back here as soon as they're all ready to go. So our veggies are starting to become almost translucent here, right? You kind of take a peek at that with the camera. Addie, please don't touch that, sweetheart. So now that we're getting ready here with the vegetables starting to turn that color, we're gonna start to add our garlic. Now, if you have time and you want to freshly chop or mince garlic, you're more than welcome to do that. The recipe that I gave you guys calls for anywhere from 3 to 5 cloves of garlic, depending on the size that you have. If you don't have garlic handy, garlic powder is a great way to do that. A nice little conversion. For every clove of garlic, it's about 1/8 teaspoon of garlic powder. So we're gonna add that in next. And sweetheart, that's very hot. Ooh, very hot. yeah. See, oh, you think you're okay. We're gonna sprinkle this in here right now, and we're gonna let this come till you can smell the garlic, and then we're gonna add our broth. Yep.
Now we're gonna add in 12 cups of chicken broth.
So the chicken broth that we use, you guys know I'm a big salt person. It does say no salt added or low sodium. The reason being, anytime you're doing any kind of cooking, sometimes when companies add their own salt to it, the food can just be almost too salty where it's not a great flavor. So don't worry, we're gonna add some salt back in here in a moment. We're gonna set this one aside. Here we go. We're gonna add about 2 more. For all you Instant Pot users, I leave the saute function on for this because it allows the water to come to a boil a little bit faster, just to speed up the cooking time. Make sure Addison's not going to put that cap in there. Addie, yep, we're not going to add that. Hang on there, sweet pea. Good. Okay, you're going to give that cap back to mommy? Oh, good job. Good job. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
There we go. All right. And the last one. Here we go. Yeah, you can take that. There we go. Got a big help. If you guys don't have a helper in your kitchen like Addison, I strongly recommend you get one. Being that it's Valentine's Day, maybe in 9 months, some of you guys will. Haha, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Maybe, maybe not. But, oh, you want the cap. The cap's back. Here we go.
Hey, the broth is added.
Yep, all empty. Quality control here. Good job. Thank you. Right, next into the soup, we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of my favorite Celtic sea salt. So we're gonna mix that right into the water. The teaspoon's already dirty, so my wife's adding in a half teaspoon. Hopefully she keeps Addie from dumping that into the soup there. Okay. We're good there, perfect, yep. After that, we're gonna move into some black pepper. We're gonna do 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's gonna make you sneeze if you get a good whiff of that.
Thank you.
We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. And then a half teaspoon of dried basil. Now, if you cook a lot like my wife and I do, buying organic we know is not always the cheapest. So the way we found out the best, most cost-effective way to do it is in bulk. There's some great websites where you could buy non-irradiated dried vegetables and dried seasonings and stuff like that for your food. The brand name is Frontier Farms or Frontier Co-op. They're amazing. They do make a lot of great things. We'll buy them in bags. I'll try to get a picture for you guys and we can tag it in there. But you could buy them for, honestly, where it comes down almost the exact same cost that your big name brands like McCormick and other things are when you buy it in bulk. So yeah, we're gonna move on now to add the meatballs, and then we'll seal this baby up and get it going. Yeah.
Got it.
All right, so we're gonna add our meatballs in now and seal this thing up. I don't want to record. Hang on a second. Can you say meatball? That's right, meatballs. So whenever you roll out the meatballs, depending on the size that you make them, obviously going to depend on how many you get. I didn't count up, but usually about 2 pounds of meatballs that we're making here is going to yield you anywhere from 50 to 75 meatballs. So I'm going to add these in there. And like I said, we'll seal this Instant Pot up. And by the time that's all done, our oven should be preheated. We'll be able to add in the meatloaf farm and start that process next.
Okay, go ahead.
right, all of our ingredients are now in the Instant Pot. We're gonna switch this thing over to pressure level. We're gonna put it on super high pressure for a total of 15 minutes. Hang on here, I'm gonna get this all ready to roll here. Watch out, baby. And here we go. 20 minutes, oh, we're already set, we're ready to roll. High pressure, heating up. We're gonna lock it. So whenever that's done, we'll do a little steam release when it's done, but 20 minutes. It's gonna take probably about, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes for it totally to cook in here. You have to come to pressure, then you have to do the slow release. But after that, yeah, how we doing? Do okay? We're gonna go right over here to the oven, which we've had preheating to about 350 degrees. We're gonna add in our meatloaf. So we're gonna throw it in there right now. Perfect. We're gonna cook the meatloaf for an hour and 15 minutes. Ooh, very hot, yes ma'am. And now it's time to clean everything up and get ready for the actual meal. You ready? Oh yeah, good job, all right. All right, our Instant Pot struck zero. Now's the fun part. We get to release the valve here. This is gonna take about 5 to 10 minutes or so until it completely depressurizes. Once that happens, we can safely open the lid. We'll add in our frozen spinach and it's ready to serve.
Go ahead.
All right, our soup's done. Our meatloaf's just about to come out of the oven. We got our water on for our pasta noodles. For the pasta noodles, like I said, most of the time we're gluten-free. One of the best gluten-free noodles you can probably find on the market for flavor-wise is Jovial. It's a brown rice organic pasta. It's unbelievable. Very similar consistency to regular pasta. Again, we're gonna throw that on here in a second once the water comes to a boil. I've already pre-shredded some of the cheese that we're gonna put on top of the meatloaf. One of the ones my wife and I love to use is goat mozzarella. It's organic goat mozzarella. You can find it at Publix, Whole Foods, other places like that. Minimal additives that go into this is why we're a really big fan of this. If you don't wanna go with the goat mozzarella, I always try to go fresh mozzarella that you're gonna add on to it. Again, less preservatives are going into that, and higher likelihood of getting a better quality product, because again, what you are what you eat. So if you put better nutrition into your system, you're gonna get better results in how your body's feeling. Also, if you want to make your own pasta sauce, if you have time, you can. If not, this Lucchini, it's an amazing product. I believe they just started selling this at Walmart now also, where versus Whole Foods, it's literally half the price. But you can grab this one. Yeah, Addie's all about it. Hang on. But this one, it's half the price that it is at Whole Foods. I think this jar is like $4 or something like that. It's not. It's very inexpensive, unbelievable flavor. But we're gonna take out the meatloaf in a moment here. We're gonna drizzle some of this across the top, put the cheese on there, and throw the meatloaf back in the oven for another 10 minutes, and then it's mealtime.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we transferred the meatloaf from the original pan just because a lot of fat, a lot of grease are gonna cook off that, and when you start to add the sauce, you don't really want to have that back into your meal. A, it doesn't taste great. B, not the healthiest for you. So we're going to transfer it to a new baking sheet here, a baking dish. Then we're going to open up the sauce. We're going to actually give it a little shake just to make sure all the good inside are all mixed in evenly. We're going to, well, maybe open it up. I might have to ask my wife for help. There we go. All right, here we are. We're just going to dump some of this sauce right over the top here. Just like so. Should be good. Right on. Perfect. You can always add more. Tastes perfect. After the fact, then we're going to take our shredded mozzarella. We're going to add this on top here as well. I did about 3 ounces of cheese on top of here. That's pretty much all the more you'll need. Granted, you can add as much cheese as you'd like. Guys, it's Valentine's Day. Have a little bit of fun, right? Hi. Addie. Hi, Addie. Trying to get in here and get some of this? I don't blame you. It's so good. We're going to have some here in about a few minutes. And then last but not least, guys, if you're cooking this for your ladies, you can add some just parsley on top. It makes it look nice and clean, right? You're not going to notice it necessarily if she does it, but she'll do whatever. She'll notice it whenever she goes take a picture and post it for all of her friends. So just get those bonus points, make it look aesthetically pleasing. It looks good. We're going to take this bad boy, slide it back in the oven. 5 to 10 minutes, it should be ready to go, and we're going to have some dinner. We're going to go up top of it just because.
Go ahead.
All right, guys, so we're finally done. It's time to eat. As you can see right here, yeah, it's time to eat. Addie's ready to go. You can come on in here and take a little closer look. Here's the meatloaf parm. Like I said, the cheese is melted perfectly. Sometimes it takes a little longer than 5 to 10 minutes. It really depends on how much cheese you put on. But that's looking good there. We took the rest of the zucchini, we mixed it in with the noodles so they don't stick. Old little Italian trick, just so you know your noodles aren't glued to the bottom of the dish you're putting in it. You can have any kind of side dish you also would like with it. We're going with green beans tonight, and yeah, also with a little bowl of soup. So I'll post a picture at the very end so you guys can see what it all looks like. And I really hope you guys enjoy this and have a happy Valentine's Day.